Here we are at question 18 of LSAT PrepTest 157, second section, the first logical reasoning section. As always, we've got our highlight tool ready to go, and we read the question stem first. Which one of the following, if assumed, enables the conclusion in the argument to be properly drawn? So we should be able to highlight assumed as we're reading through. We know what the task is immediately. Now we read the paragraph. In an experiment, each of 200 randomly selected people was videotaped while describing action-packed excerpts from previously unfamiliar cartoons. Half the subjects were allowed to gesture while speaking, and the other half were not. Those who gestured spoke more quickly and repeated themselves less. This indicates that gesturing helps people quickly find the phrases they want. So, our conclusion should be rather apparent. It's this final statement. This indicates. Now, we have to make sure that we figure out what this is so that we can refer back to it immediately. So, we're just going to say those who gestured spoke more quickly and repeated themselves less indicates that gesturing helps speakers quickly find the phrases they want. So, we need to link this idea that finding the phrases they want is tied to the gesturing and speaking more quickly and repeating themselves less. So that's the set of variables that we want to have in mind as we go try to find our assumption in the answer choices. Starting at the top with choice A, we've got ordinarily almost everyone regularly gestures when speaking quickly and with little repetition, regardless of the topic being discussed. Well, the topic isn't actually at issue. So we know nothing about the topic. We need a lot more information to explain about like whether the unfamiliarity or familiarity is relevant. And we need additional information to link choice A as a necessary assumption for this conclusion and should be able to eliminate it. Next, choice B, the cartoons were chosen by those who conducted the experiment and were selected from a variety of sources. Okay, wonderful. How does that affect anything? I just know they were chosen. I don't even know what kind of chosen cartoons were chosen. They're action-packed excerpts from previously unfamiliar cartoons, but like this introduces a lot more questions than answers, and we know that's a very common characteristic of an incorrect answer choice. Then choice C, any form of behavior correlated with quicker speech and less repetition. Ooh, we talked about quicker speech and less repetition, so that's relevant in our highlighted piece of the paragraph. In speech helps speakers find the phrases they want quickly. Well, ding, ding, ding. This is exactly the link that we have highlighted. And this shows again the value of that upfront highlight of the conclusion. And if the conclusion has a clear referent, grab that referent too, because this can lead you to choice C almost immediately. Next, choice D, any form of behavior that helps speakers quickly find the phrases they want also enables them to speak more quickly and repeat themselves less than they would if they were not engaged in that behavior. Well, we don't want it to be any form of behavior. We want it to be gesturing specifically. So choice D, if anything, is actually weakening the argument if it were assumed. Then choice E, of the subjects who were allowed to gesture, those who spoke the most quickly. Well, we're not concerned with most quickly. We're talking about more quickly. As soon as we see that different kind of qualifier, we can eliminate E. And of course, we could have potentially selected C proactively a little while ago.